They put the balaclava over me. They binded my legs with shoelaces and they put the handcuffs on me.
These white dots are where the money is dropped off here. Here where these pink markers are, that's actually where the suspect houses are.
Do you think that we have a kidnapping crisis in the Eastern Cape?
Yes, 100%.
You cannot trust anyone.
Is it dangerous for us to be talking about this?
I'm telling you, it's very dangerous.
Right now?
Right now.
I saw a vehicle blocked, looks like it was broken down. And I started slowing down, and next minute, 2 occupants jumped out of that vehicle with firearms. I first thought it was just a hijacking. I immediately stopped and just put my hands up in the air.
On his way home from work in March this year, an Eastern Cape businessman whose identity has been hidden to protect his family was hooded, cuffed, and taken from a dirt road in the former 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃.
When they put me in the car, I realized that this is more than just a hijacking. This is going to be like a kidnapping, ransom.
What was going through your mind, Paul?
Am I going to survive this?
After driving for hours, the businessman, who we'll call Paul, was dropped off in a rural area and handed over to another group of men.
We probably walked for, it felt like for about 2-3 kilometers. It was through like little streams and up a mountain.
Where were you going?
We went to the place where they kept me for the 4 or 5 days.
Over the past 18 months, kidnapping for ransom has soared in the Eastern Cape. The province is already at war with organized crime. And now kidnapping has become easy money for hardened criminals. 𝗀𝗵𝗀𝗆𝗀 is a well-known taxi boss in the region. He's no stranger to the underworld and says the war against kidnappings won't be easily won.
It started with foreign nationals, and we all ignored it. And then it turned around, and then it started affecting the South African nationals. And it's embedded now in such a way that these people, they are making easy money or quick money out of it.
Kidnapping in the Eastern Cape is so dangerous right now that almost no one in this story agreed to show their faces. 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃, which is not his real name, is a member of a security team specializing in kidnappings. He's busy profiling syndicates operating in King Williamstown.
The foreign families in King Williamstown area are targeted every 3rd to 4th day. These orange dots are where the victims get dropped off. Last year, we probably had about 100 and something cases. This year, to me, it feels like it has doubled.
𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 moved from Ethiopia to King Williamstown to provide for his family. Wanting them to have a better life, he worked day and night. In April, Alex was abducted by a group of heavily armed men and locked in a dungeon.
They kept him there 13 days. After 7 days, he called us, hey, I'm hungry, they don't give me anything.
For 7 days?
7 days.
They were starving him.
An elder within the Ethiopian community agreed to tell us Alex's story, but asked to stay anonymous. he gave us this audio recording of the kidnapper's ransom call.
You have my money.
Only 5,000.
I'm not playing with you. You have my money. I'm leaving for Johannesburg. We'll see Alex next week Friday.
I want to talk to him.
Alex goes on to beg for his life in Amharic.
His voice is down. Almost he's dead. Please give what they need. Please release from here. He was saying that. We were trying to give the money.
Did they torture him?
They were touching him. So that's why he was begging us on phone. Please, I'm dying. Please, I'm dying.
The Ethiopian community is adamant the police in the area are doing nothing to protect them.
The police, they don't investigate. They are calling this cell number the same one. They kidnapped today, they are using the same number.
The same phone number?
The same phone number.
But surely the police should be able to track them.
We don't know, they don't track.
You've never had anyone arrested?
By police?
Yes.
Kidnappers?
Yes, since 2021.
Never.
Johan says syndicates kidnapping foreigners are different from those targeting South Africans, as lower ransoms are demanded. Kidnapping locals is considered higher profile.
Before we had maybe 1 or 2 syndicates in King Williamstown. We're now sitting on about 8 or 9 syndicates. The problem that we have here with all these small cases and the small amounts is they use that money to do a bigger job.
Do these kidnappings of foreign nationals end up funding the kidnapping of South Africans?
It could go in that direction if we do not get behind it ASAP.
So the more kidnappings of foreign nationals we have here, the bigger risk that South Africans will be targeted.
Three hours after he was abducted, businessman Paul's family received the ransom call.
Hello? Okay, are you okay? Yes, I heard his voice.
The family's insurance company instructed them not to go to the local police, saying they're untrustworthy. Instead, Johan's security firm was hired.
We basically worked with a few sources on the ground that gave us information as to who was the person involved, and that's when we started profiling the main suspect that was involved with the high-profile cases. We then found that they were quite involved in the taxi industry.
During Paul's kidnapping, Johan and his team recruited Gabs to assist in negotiating with the kidnappers.
How does it work? Say, for instance, somebody gets kidnapped, they call you up, they say, Gabs, we need your help, right? And then what can you do?
I call the person that I suspect that is responsible for the kidnapping of that particular person. And then sometimes they will deny that, no, I'm not involved. But after a few hours, the person is released. Then I know that the person that I spoke to was involved.
They were scared of you.
I think in this issue of kidnapping and extortion, I think that jungle law rule, I think it works in a way, because sometimes when you negotiate with them, they know that if you know about them, then
they'll get nervous.
I suspect, yes.
While the team tried to negotiate his release, Paul was kept in a 2-by-2 meter room. He was given a bucket as a toilet and pretty much left to survive. He can remember the deafening silence of the rural Eastern Cape.
The evenings it was so dark that when I actually closed my eyes, I could actually see clear pictures of my family. I could actually see the images of my wife, my kids. It just kept me strong, knowing that if I can survive this, I will see them again.
Gabs got the kidnappers to agree to a ransom, and a few hours after the money drop, Paul was released.
They told me not to look back, and they took the 𝗶𝗶𝗴𝗶𝗴𝗶 off.
What did you think was happening?
Maybe they're going to shoot me in the back. I could see the car driving in the opposite direction. I realized this is my freedom now. Then I just started running.
Paul's case was the second high-profile kidnapping of a South African businessman in this area in a few months. But it's unlikely to be the last.
After Paul, there was a family from 𝗶𝗵𝗀𝗶𝗴𝗶 that were kidnapped on their way to King Williamstown. There was a ransom paid for them as well.
Two months later, 3 more elderly people were kidnapped near the Khai River mouth and released after a ransom was paid. Then in September, Cape Townian 𝗀𝗍𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗶 was abducted while traveling in the Wild Coast. This CCTV footage of Elise moments before she was taken was leaked to us.
These high-profile cases that you've just described, is that all one syndicate?
Yeah, that is definitely one syndicate.
What did you do after you found out who the kingpin was?
We did give the information over to the 𝗬𝗵s that carry the dockets for the kidnappings, and we were told that there is an investigation on the person.
After Elise's case made national headlines, putting a spotlight on kidnapping in the Eastern Cape, the Hawks launched a multidisciplinary operation to take down the syndicate. 4 members were killed in a shootout at a safe house in 𝗀𝗁𝗃𝗃𝗃. The kingpin was arrested near Cradock while trying to flee to the Western Cape, and within a few hours, Elise was rescued.
Did that impact the rate of kidnappings in the Eastern Cape?
No other cases has happened since that with any high-profile cases.
There may have been no high-profile kidnappings since September, but Ethiopians here in King Williamstown are still being taken weekly.
Do you feel helpless? Like there's
Hopeless 100%. We don't have any hope. We don't have any hope to survive here. We are living like a dog, like a fly. That is not a life, it is not human.
While Alex was being tortured and starved by his kidnappers, his community were trying to get the money they were asking for.
How much did they ask for?
It was that time they were saying 150.
Did you get the 150
No.
together?
After 13 days, we gave them 40,000.
After receiving the money, the kidnappers took Alex's lifeless body into a field and shot him in the side of the head. It was a message not to underpay them again. We repeatedly requested an interview with the Hawks in the Eastern Cape, but after a lot of red tape, it never happened. While on the ground, we were introduced to X, an insider with information on kidnappings.
There is police involved to this thing.
How do you know?
I cannot be specific, but I know that there is police involved.
What is the police involvement?
The police involvement is though they are giving them information.
X also claimed to have direct intel on the syndicate kidnapping South Africans.
How many members of the syndicate are still outside?
15 of them, they are still outside. These 15, they'll get the instruction from the boss.
The kingpin that was recently arrested has a phone in jail.
Exactly. He has a phone.
How do you know?
Because he phoned the guys from outside.
The guys that you know?
And he knows everything what's happening outside right now. If they can find out that I am the one who gave the information, I'm telling you, I cannot live even 3 days.
You think more kidnappings will happen?
It will happen, brother. I'm telling you, it will happen. So the people, they must be aware about that.
Yo, can you please swing me a pin drop? I'm approaching King.
While we were filming with Johan, news came in of yet another kidnapping. The victim is a 26-year-old Ethiopian man in King Williamstown. We're keeping our distance while the family makes the money drop, and our crew is shadowing the security team.
We need to move from here.
Is this spot not safe? We've had to take extra precautions. We've turned off all the lights because we can't afford to be noticed. The kidnappers have spotters all around King Williamstown. And if the money's been dropped off, they decide whether to release the victim based on whether they've noticed any police movements, private security, and of course, we don't want them to see us. Pull your balaclava down.
What we're gonna do now is we'll obviously wait for the family to drop the money, and then they will notify us where to collect the victim.
You're not going to join them on the money drop?
No, we're not allowed to. We're not allowed to. Because they've still got the victim in their possession.
How delicate are things right now, man?
It's stressful because obviously we just want the victim back home safe.
And is it dangerous when you go pick up the victim?
Yeah, they might obviously try and take some people again that picks up the victim or that's dropping off the money.
The team gets a call from the family. The money drop is happening.
Oh, look, this is nerve-wracking here. We don't know what we're going to find. He's on the phone. Things keep changing. This is not where the victim is. It looks like they haven't even dropped the money.
Yeah, there's a suspicious car driving in. Everyone stay in your vehicle.
There's one person on foot.
Coming to us behind a tree. Get down.
Someone behind us with a torch. Stay down.
Keep looking around us.
Wait.
It's not the kidnappers, but it's not safe here. We need to move to another location.
Okay, that was tense. For a moment, we thought that the kidnapper spotters had found us.
The kidnappers just sent another location for the money drop.
They were told to put their hazards on, which means that the kidnappers have got eyes on them. They're now watching.
The kidnappers keep changing the drop-off spot, but from this viewpoint, Johan's team can clearly see the family's car.
To me, it's like someone is coaching them because he phoned back with a different tone and with a different plan now.
Yes, it is driving on a speed. We suspect that taxi, that quantum.
Quantum Taxi 932. We're in pursuit because the family managed to pick up the victim, but they sent a voice note saying that the same taxi that they've been spotting while doing trips between King and 𝗶𝗶𝗴𝗶𝗴𝗶 was now in front of them.
The security team, SAPS, and the tactical response team have secured the victim, but have asked us to hang back. The victim and his family insist that we disguise their faces, as they're afraid the kidnappers will come back. The victim doesn't speak English, so his brother helps us translate.
He just come out from the shop, they took him, put in a boot, they ran away from him.
How many guys?
Four guys.
4 guys, all of them with guns.
Yeah.
What did they say, man?
They're just saying, we're gonna kill you. If you don't give us money, we're gonna kill and throw it in a bush.
How are you feeling, my brother?
Yeah.
Even my hand like paralyzed.
Your hand is... What happened?
They put handcuffs like something like that.
Oh, they put you like that?
Yeah.
The whole time you were like this since last night?
Since last night, yeah. Just now.
I'm sorry, my bro. I'm glad to see you're safe.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The first thing he said to me when he got out the vehicle was, "Thank you for everything you people do for us." It's just heart-sore that they have to go through this kind of thing, eh? The emotional side of things, it does work on a person at the end of the day.